Crows are highly successful animals that have adapted to almost any environment with ease. Crows belong to a group of birds known as corvids. Birds like ravens, magpies, jays, and rooks are closely related to crows. Crows can be found in virtually every country and continent on Earth, from the Middle East to Japan. Just the house crow alone has a staggering population of 150 million. The few and only regions that crows have not dominated are Antarctica, the North Arctic, and some remote islands in the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. Crow's adaptability stems from its intelligence. The cognitive portion of its brain is highly developed to the point that its intelligence is comparable to that of some ape species, like chimpanzees and orangutans. Crows show off their clever side when searching for food. Although they're mainly scavengers, they're actually formidable opportunistic hunters. Watch how this crow pretends to be harmless to get itself closer to the doves. After a while, it fools a dove into thinking that it poses no danger, and even gets the dove to sit next to it. When it's time, the crow makes its attack and eats the unsuspecting prey. Crows have also been observed to move rocks and other objects as they curiously search for food. Crows are so territorial that they're often seen attacking golden eagles, even though the eagles are 3 times their size. They're also known to challenge much larger animals for food. These crows are trying to snatch a meal from a golden eagle. They advance from multiple sides in an attempt to distract the eagle. Seeing this is like watching a pack of hyenas going against a lion for his meal. Crows like to take their anger out on other animals too, like how these hungry crows are chasing a dog that has a fish in its mouth. These crows are surrounding an owl for getting it to their nesting site. They're experts at stealing food too. They're infamous for stealing and eating birds' eggs, including that of other crows. This show of strength does come at a hefty price, and some crows end up becoming food for the predators that they challenge. The crow's adaptability to recognize human faces is one of its most fascinating traits. In 2006, researchers from the University of Washington did a study on crow facial recognition. The researchers wore different masks while capturing and tagging crows. They then let the crows fly away. 7 years later, the researchers wore their masks and walked around the areas where the tagged crows were. The crows immediately recognized them and were terrified of them. They then made loud caws, alerting other crows of the researchers' presence. So essentially, the crows are the neighborhood watchdogs of the bird world. Crows form lifelong bonds to support each other and survive, with mating pairs typically staying together for 15 to 20 years. Their social nature goes hand in hand with their curiosity and intelligence. That's why they continue to dominate the urban world. As scavengers, they clean up the city by feeding on dead animals and trash. Their behavior is usually excessive and intrusive, which can cause some people to see them as dirty pests. Moreover, these birds have traditionally been associated with death, despair, and even deemed as evil bringers of bad luck. In reality, these birds benefit humans and other animals. For example, if you spot a crow in the wild, you may see it standing on a much larger animal. It stands there to pick off ticks, parasites, and small food from the animal's body. By doing so, the crow not only finds food, but also helps keep the other animal clean. These instinctive bonds have existed for millions of years. And for millions of years, crows have successfully adapted to almost every extreme environment on Earth, from dry, scorching deserts like the one in Utah, to below freezing temperatures that are cold enough to kill an adult human within minutes without proper clothing. Nowadays, crows are increasingly finding themselves in people's homes as their pets. More and more people are keeping them as pets after realizing how smart and social these birds really are. This is definitely a step up from the way humans feared these animals for thousands of years. Share with us your questions and any more facts that you'd like to add about crows in the comments below.